Useless than a disgusting rotten cunt. Okay, Facebook is fucking useless as far as the live video goes because that's what I was trying to do earlier, and it kept telling me there was something wrong with my internet connection and something wrong with my webcam. I can assure you that's not the case. Without further ado, I would like to get to my reading so you guys can go to bed or go and party and get drunk or overdose or whatever the fuck it is you guys do. Let's do this. Ah, all right. Sid's life had completely changed in the last couple of years. Most would argue that the changes were for the better, but in his eyes, he felt empty. His passion had faded into nothingness, and his ambition had died with it. The friends he once had, his old band, and the woman he'd once fallen in love with had all vanished in what seemed like the blink of an eye. In the months that followed, he would make friends only to cut them out before they had the chance to hurt him or let him down. He would jump. My apologies, my computer just. Yeah, alright. He would jump from job to job with little to hope for and no aspirations. His beloved vest was hanging up in his closet collecting dust, and his mohawk had been shaved off to appease those around him. 2 years after burning every bridge he had once had available to him, he went and applied for a job elsewhere in Conway, New Hampshire. After he was hired, he kept that job for years, letting his spirit essentially die away and becoming the person he least wanted to be, conformed. A statistic among the masses, blending into the general population of the miserable locals in the tourist trap that was Conway, he felt stuck with no way out until Chapter 1. The girl with Captain Morgan tattoo. Because of the issues that we've been having with Facebook and because of the way this day has been, I'm going to say fuck it, and I will continue on. It was Monday morning. Sid was struggling to get out of bed, not from exhaustion or a hangover, like I will tomorrow, but from a severe lack of motivation. Help was on the way from Rise Against played from his cell phone. It was the alarm that he had set for himself as sort of a sick joke. He sat up and placed a cigarette in his mouth and looked around at his apartment walls after turning off his alarm. It was frigid that morning. It was fall, and the tourist season for the leaf peepers was right around the corner, which meant work for him at the Red Jacket Resort. Oh, I hope they get the copy of this book. I hope they do. Was about to pick up in just in time for the Freiburg Fair. The last busy week until everything slowed down, and hours all over the valley were about to get cut. That's one of the reasons Sid refused to leave Conway. They both had something in common. Both lacked stability and didn't offer others a whole lot of anything. Sid managed to get out of bed and stumbled into a miserable and groggy stance. He stretched, turned the television on, and went into the bathroom to take a shower. The water was spraying from the broken shower head. It canceled out most of the talking coming from the television. The shampoo and body wash bottles fell repeatedly from the small edge of the tub, creating an unnecessary noise and already signs of a long day ahead. After 15 minutes of standing under the running water with nothing but memories and random thoughts coursing through his mind, he finally decided that it was time to get dressed. He stood in front of the bathroom mirror, shaving his face and listening to the people talking on the television about the election. It seems as though the presidential candidates are out for blood. Yeah, our blood, Sid said to himself as he looked up at the mirror and wiped the shaving cream from his face. I believe that this country will be more torn than it has ever since the Civil War. And we're not talking just about the basic issues or blue states and red states. What we're talking about here is the animosity that we had based on the agendas of these candidates. Because that's what both sides want, you fucking morons, Sid said under his breath as he slid his red work shirt on and pulled an energy drink from his small fridge. He turned the television off and unlocked the door, checking his pockets to make sure he had everything before leaving. He pulled a cigarette from his crumpled up pack of cigarettes and he stepped out, slamming the door behind him, and headed towards the road with his music in his ears on his Pandora station. He started walking up Route 16 from Washington Street. It was still dark out at 7 in the morning, and he was regretting not wearing his hoodie. The long walk ahead of him, the air was brisk and the wind was starting to pick up a little bit, and his music was drowning out the sound of the early music commute. The sound of the early commute. The headlights were some of the reasons Sid hated Conway so much. His music is what kept him sane, and the more he listened to it, the more he thought about the shows he used to go to and perform at. He stopped in front of Lamplighters where he used to live and looked at the community center. More memories flooded his mind as the traffic passed him by. A cool breeze picked up as he started to continue walking, and a shiver ran down his back. A misty rain accumulated and soon turned into heavy rain almost immediately. The music in his ears barely blocked out the sound of the traffic rushing over the soaked tar as he muscled through the cold weather. Shipwreck from Maelstrom started playing, which made Sid laugh a little as he pressed on his long walk. So I'm going to stop there for a little bit and offer you guys a chance to answer questions. Or to ask questions, I will answer them. So if you would like to ask questions, me answer them, I will post this on Facebook now. And then you guys can let me know what you think thus far and see if you like where this is going, see what you would like to know more about, and if I can continue reading, I will. In the meantime, I'm going to get this on Facebook as soon as humanly possible. Thank you so much.